Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got Flyme OS for Galaxy S3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, this time I've got the Flyme OS, and this is probably going to go live sooner than the other videos I have lined up because it's a very interesting ROM because yeah, it is. So I have been using it for 1 day right now and it is really cool. I mean, let's get started now. First of all, what you saw there is the lock screen. This is actually based on Android 5.1.1, which is the latest version of Android, and it is a very rare sight on the S3 for having the latest version of Android available with the ROM like this one. So it is really cool. So that's really nice. Let's get into the settings now. First of all, what you would see here is that everything is different. Everything is kind of deviation from what you're normally expected to see in a Lollipop ROM. So as you can see, there are tabbed windows for most of the settings here. Let's go to About Phone page and see that this is 9300, which is S3. Now the version of Flyme OS is 4.5.2.1 or which is a mouthful, that's why I didn't say about it. So yeah, that is available. You have a status, storage information, status, all of these are available here. Now the navigation buttons, just a quick talk, navigation buttons are not lit up but they do work out, so it is nice. What else do we have now in the settings? Now settings does include stuff like theming, personalization, stuff like that. So that is really cool because normally what we see is settings or the system settings, and then you have extra option in the settings menu to actually personalize and stuff like that. So this is now included and that's really nice. It does have a theme engine, which I will talk about later. It does have online account. You need to make an online account with Flyme, which I have actually made with my Flyme. It's not a very difficult procedure, it's just simple. It's a very simple procedure to make a Flyme account. Just register with your email address and all that. It'll be working now. Also, you can actually make a Meizu account. If you have owned a Meizu phone previously, you will probably have a Meizu account. So yeah. Now in the network option, you do have option for selecting network data. You are able to use network data, mobile data, and it does work with 3G. I have confirmed that is working, and all the calls does work. It does have a VPN menu, which almost all Android phones have, but this doesn't require a lock screen for the VPN to work, so that's really nice. Wi-Fi option, all that are available. You can actually have Wi-Fi direct, connect via WPS, all that. Bluetooth does work out. Bluetooth tethering works. Wi-Fi tethering works, and it is very. I actually expected this ROM to not perform the way it did, and it was quite a surprise for me because it does have a lot of options which are working, and which is a rarity in something like Meizu MX ROMs and all that. So yeah. Now you can see in the sound option, you have an option for fade in and the messages options like that, haptic feedback, system sound, all that can be selected. Even camera shutter can be turned off. All that is available. Display options, you have brightness option, dynamic blurring, which is a really good feature. I mean, whenever your screen moves, it blurs the background so that it is really nice. It gives you a very good effect. You do have font sizes, which you can select small, which I like. Battery option. Now battery is battery is something which I expected it to be. Now, it is not the best battery giving ROM, given that it is on 5.1.1 and it has modified sources. So it's not going to hold a lot better than what the other Lollipop ROMs are giving me. So it's probably the same. So I'm not going to get too much into that. So yeah. Security options, you have normal options. Now, it does have a vault, which is a feature in the file manager, which will allow you to lock certain folders or files. So that is really nice. It also has lock application in your device, which is, well, this is the code I have assigned it. You can actually disable certain apps. You can lock certain apps, and launching that app requires a password. So that is good. If you are using a third-party application for locking apps, you have a input option for that, so that's really nice. It does have notification access, which enables certain apps not coming into the notification altogether, so that's also really cool. Location services, simple ones, you have that. Now Locale, it does have English language, but it does have a lot of languages to be exact. So but a lot of apps in this is still Chinese, so I really do not understand Chinese language, so I'm not able to use a lot of that, but hey, it's there. The keyboard is also a bit too small for my taste, because it's not something which I really like. In the accessibility option, you have an option called Smart Touch, which is also available from the drop down menu, which is there, which is here, Smart Touch. It gives you a second sort of a navigation. So let me turn that on, and it will actually show what all stuff is there. So this here is the Smart Touch button, and you have all of these options. Double click will close whatever it is, holding will move, like, yeah, move the button, slide up back to home screen, slide down, launch navigation bar. You have this thing working, and it is pretty nice. I mean, I like this, but I'm not sure how I will use this a lot of times, but it is there. Now you do have immersive status bar, which is a, well, it's a Jelly Bean feature, I guess. It's a KitKat feature, I guess, which will use a immersive mode. You can actually enable that. Current speed, network speed can be displayed on the status bar if you so desire. Full screen access, user experience program, all that is Meizu stuff. You do have that. So I guess that much is it in the settings menu. As I've said, this is a highly modified ROM, but the settings show that it is not a very out of the world sort of a setting menu. It is a really good usable sort of setting menu. Now coming to the apps, now it does have a lot of themed apps. As you can see, the calendar is themed, and it is actually showing the actual date rather than something arbitrary, so that's really nice. I really appreciate the quirks like that. Clock is themed. Now calendar is themed, clock is themed, all of the apps are themed, and it does ask for all the permission even each system apps are going to take. So that is something which I like, but it kind of gets annoying after some time. So yeah, it is there. Clock option, you do have themed clock, themed stuff there, so it is working. Email reader is in ebook reader, which will give you news and stuff like that. You have to download the sources and all that before you start reading, so you have that option, so that's really nice. So yeah, the music application, now it works with the internet content, but I was not able to use the local content for music because I cannot get it to work. It does force close issue, so yeah, I'm not really sure why that is. Also, the browser does give me a force close issue. It doesn't work properly. As you can see, it's not working. So yeah, the call and SMS apps does work, so that is really nice. The camera, now camera is something which I had a lot of hopes for, because Meizu camera is sort of a very well regarded camera, and it is beautiful. It is really good. I mean, you can see the bubble the orientation indicator, that is also really nice, and it will change according to your tilt, and it does take quick photographs like the S3 it is, and it does have a few options like scanning, which is a barcode scanner, and also it has a manual mode. But the only option I found in manual mode is exposure compensation, which is not a very big thing right now, because all the third-party cameras has an option for exposure compensation. I couldn't even find a HDR, so it's nothing special, I guess, but hey, it's there. You do have a 7 megapixel count. The maximum is 8 as it is for the device, so yeah, you can have that. So that is it in the camera. I mean, it's sort of a basic camera which will get the job done, so I'm not really sure why that had to be, but hey, it is. It also has a themed gallery and a themed video player, so it's nothing special, but it is a themed one with in accordance with the styles of the Flyme OS, so it's really nice. It does have a security center which actually has a lot of options. Now it has clean junk, you can have that, large file scanner, app cleaner, traffic manager, power saving, and permission manager. Now this permission manager is what asks for permission granting or cancelling in each of the apps, even system apps. It doesn't even leave system apps, so that's there. It also has a virus cleaner, which I don't really know. So yeah. Now it does have a personalized option, which is where you will get most of the themes you will get from. So guys, I just downloaded a theme, which is this one, and I will be applying this to show you guys how this thing is. And well, these are the stuff which will be changed, and yeah, it doesn't really have a boot animation changing stuff. So yeah, let's see, applying whole theme. So guys, there you have it. The theme has been changed. You can see the icons are changed, and well, the notification is more black. It's darker, and that is the thing. I mean, these are more or less theming like the icons and the system UI elements. It's nothing special. It's nothing like the MIUI themes or the CM12 themes, which are really great. So yeah. So the rest of the options right now, you have documents. Now documents is the file manager. You can use that. This is what I was talking about, the vault, which shows initialization of the vault is not complete. I couldn't actually use that personally, but I believe it is. The calculator app is there. It's also themed, so it will work. Sound recorder, all of these are themed applications. You can enable that, and it's quite beautiful to look at. But hey, now Smart Voice is supposed to be an assistant, but I was not able to use it because it's whole Chinese. So yeah, I cannot use it much. So Painter is this node making painting application you can actually use, and it's quirky. I like it. It's really nice. So yeah. Now I have actually flashed the GApps package, and I was able to get Play Store running, so it's not a big deal, and you will be able to install stuff. And I've also flashed SuperSuit to get Super User running for my Titanium backup file, so it is working. It's not going to take a long time for you to get that working, so it's available. So yeah. So in the quick apps menu, you can see that there are available options. Now few of them, as you can see, there are arrows in the bottom of that, so these will give you options. Now right now it is automatic brightness, and clicking the arrow you will be able to condition the brightness option. So that is something which I really appreciate. Now in the 3G first, you can actually change everything. So it doesn't have a 4G, so I'm not really sure why. 2G only will convert the signals into 2G only. So that is really useful stuff from this thing. So it's really nice. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty neat, and it also has this menu which I forgot to mention. So it's really nice. So here is the boot animation, which is pretty minimal. It actually does give you a sense of how the Flyme OS is going to be. It's a minimalistic, beautiful ROM. So yeah. Now it does also have a quick setting panel, quick reset menu panel, which is a basic one. It doesn't even have a clear all button, which I would have liked. Now let me show you guys the Antutu benchmark score, which I've already tested once in this flashing, which turned out to be 25,000, which is pretty cool. I will be testing again. So yeah. So there you have it. That is the score which I received, which is about 26,000, which is normal score for a 5.1.1 ROM. So it's really cool. So I really like that. Now, I guess that much is it in the ROM review. But in the conclusion, I would like to tell you guys this. Don't go into this ROM thinking this will be a good daily driver, but thinking that it's going to be a very beta release. You will be really happy with this ROM, because thinking of it being a very good daily driver is not something which I would suggest you to do, because it is a good daily driver, but when you have the mentality and you get into it with that mentality, after seeing a few FC issues, you will think that this is not. So it is a good daily driver. I'm not denying the fact. It is a really good daily driver for most people. It works, 3G, everything works. So that is pretty cool. And it's a beautiful ROM on top of it. So that's really cool. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.